Sean here, and I have found someone I'm going to be making videos of. I knew who Cyraxx, aka Chance Wilkins, was. I knew he was one of the lolcows that everyone targeted, but when I saw him and I heard about his backstory, about he was born at like a pound and something, and now he's like 4'11". He claims to be 5'5", but he looks 4'11". One of his eyes is looking off to the side. He's bald. He has scabs all over his head. He has eczema. Supposedly, he only has one working lung. His mouth and his teeth are misshapen, and all of his teeth are rotting out of his head. It looks like he pooped himself. I can't help it. Live on stream. And one of the times he pooped himself, he still had his auto-tune on. So it was, oh God, all over the wall, diarrhea, and he left the mic on. Anyway, Cyraxx is just like Lorne Armstrong. They both have been busted communicating with people who they thought they were minors. They both sent inappropriate images to them. So right there, I was like, okay, well, there's one. The other was rage and never letting anyone else speak. Especially when they have got a conspiracy theory or something they believe to be true with no proof in their head. A situation they have worked up. Now, I believe Cyraxx is more of a rage monster, but they're still the same. And if they're in the middle of a rage, you're not talking. They will say the same thing over and over and over again until they think of their 56K modem thinks of something else to say. Lorne lives in a trailer that I think was a hand-me-down. I don't know what the real story is, and I don't care. Cyraxx used to live in the basement, now lives in the attic, doesn't have a job, is always on the verge of being a big music star, is trolled relentlessly, and one of those was that he was signed to be a music star. And I think it was Paul, it's been a while since I've listened to Lorne stuff, that wanted Lorne to be a model. It's my body, Paul. Later discovered that it wasn't real. Cyraxx got signed to an imaginary label, and this dude shows up on stream with sunglasses, a Dollar Tree leather jacket, saying, what's goody, y'all, your boy, and he immediately turns into a New York rapper. They're both racist. Cyraxx will call white people the N-word, black people, Indian, doesn't matter who you are. He's dropping the N-word. Even when confronted, he refuses. Dude, YouTube, please forgive me. I am not calling anybody this. But he called someone a porch monkey. That's an ass beating. Right there. Period. But because he doesn't leave the house, well, he did one time, and he got in a fight with Music Biz Marty, and was screaming and crying, and then immediately came back in the house and started telling Marty that he won the fight, and that he's going to beat Marty up, and that he was sucker punched. It's the same thing with Lorne. And if two people are on the call, and one person is exposing, I got to be careful, because Chance has exposed himself live on stream several times. Cyraxx, my man. But if there are two people on the call, and Cyraxx is the third, and one of them is telling the other what Cyraxx has done, Cyraxx is not going to let the person exposing him talk. He's going to try to isolate and tell the other person, hang up, I'll call you and tell you what's really going on. He blames all of his rage. All of this is Lorne. Cyraxx blames all of his rage on everyone else. It's your fault I react like this. It's your fault that I did this. It's the trolls' fault. It's the internet's caused me so much hurt. Fucking Uncle Clay. But you've got Cyraxx and Lorne are the same. Now I'll give Cyraxx credit. Cyraxx came out with a baseball bat and started attacking Music Biz Marty in what might have been the most pathetic display of violence. He's called the cops. See, we, not me, but the Lorneography community has sent the cops out to Lorne's house, I think, a couple times. Well, Cyraxx calls the cops after he's screaming this guttural, just terrifying, not because he's scary, but like, how can one person make this sound? I'm gonna kill you, and then he goes outside. I've been bullied for 7 years. Cries immediately anytime he's in front of authority. Yes, Your Honor. Just like Lorne. These two guys are so similar. They both tell other people. They both project. They both don't understand by yelling at someone and telling them that they're a big tough guy behind the phone or behind the internet, that they are the ones threatening everybody. They are the ones who are the internet tough guys. Both of them couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag unless they were fighting a blackout drunk Roy. Cyraxx has choked his grandmother. Cyraxx has stalked, just like Lorne, a family member. So Cyraxx and Lorne, both family members. They both stalked people. They both can't keep their mouth shut. And both of them, if they took the right advice, would never, ever get on the internet again. The cops kept telling Cyraxx, don't get on the internet, don't get on the internet. And he kept getting on the internet. Lorne, dude, you shouldn't be on the internet. But I gotta do my cooking show. Get off the internet. But I gotta do my workout program. Dude, you're banned from the internet. But. And they know all they have are these people that hate watch them. And they're okay with that. Because without that, they have no attention. Cyraxx is a case study. And I thought Lorne needed a life coach and maybe some state intervention. But Cyraxx needs somebody to snatch him up out of that house, put him in some kind of institution, explain to him that, hey, you don't have a job, you have no value to society, you're threatening everybody, you're a predator, you're this, you're that, you are everything all rolled into one. But they haven't done it yet. And Cyraxx is an anomaly. And he really does believe he's this big celebrity, this big superstar. One of the things you'll notice if you go listen to Cyraxx, you're going to hear, sorry, I had to move on the couch here. You're going to hear him say the same thing over and over. Like a wrestling promo. People tell me I can't make it. People want me to quit. Everyone says I can't make it. But I'm going to make it. And it's just over and over the same thing, the same thing. I don't appreciate, and you got Lorne talking about who you put makeup on, who is so special, who is this, who is that, and they just repeat themselves. Yeah, cocktails. Yes, Lorne, yeah, we went up, yeah, cocktails. Same thing over and over. Doesn't really care what you have to say, just wants to interrupt you and say what they want to say. The worst type of people. No effective communication skills whatsoever. I'm telling you, man. There are some really, really strange people out there, and both of them don't leave the house unless they absolutely have to. Both of them mooch off of their, well, Cyraxx's mom is actually his grandmother. Both of them mooch off of them, and they expect to be taken care of. Now, I don't know if Lorne's stolen, like, credit card information from his mom, but we know Cyraxx has. Cyraxx has gone to jail before, just like Lorne. Anyway, I don't want to get too in-depth, but they've been trolled relentlessly, and they fall for it every time. And one last thing, Cyraxx will know a woman, not know, talk to him for 5 minutes on the phone. This is terrifying. Talk to him for 5 minutes on the phone. Immediately, he will say, my fiance, my kids, those are my kids, you better not be talking about my kid. 5 minutes, and he's claiming those children. It's pretty scary, man. It really is. But anyway, Chance Wilkins, aka Cyraxx. I will start making some videos on this little goblin. Holy crap. Anyway, love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.